Good. Welcome to the BVI.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Really glad you could make it. Tell me about Seychelles. When I spoke to you last, you were on your way.
Yes, I've been halfway around the world and back.
How did it go?
It was great. It was a great trip. I had not been to the Seychelles before, so it was a new destination for me.
Okay.
It is a long way to go.
It is,
but it's beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful
sure
when you get there.
How long are you there?
Just for 4 days.
Yeah.
And then I was in Dubai. I routed through Dubai and spent a few days there on the way back.
Busy guy. How was Dubai? What time were you there for the New Year's?
Just before New Year's.
Okay.
So,
I had a couple of friends from here who were there actually just before that fire stuff.
Yeah, right. The terrible fire.
Yeah. It was, but they weren't in any danger. Well, fortunately, no one.
Yes. Right.
How's New York?
Good, yeah. New York is, I
see you finally getting some chill,
Yes,
some real weather.
exactly.
Yeah.
We've had such a mild winter, but no, it's great. We're, it's a busy time of year for us.
Yeah.
But when isn't?
When isn't?
These days.
Yeah. How is Travel and Leisure doing?
We're doing great. We had a fantastic 2015.
Good.
I mean, it was my first
full
year,
year.
at the helm of the brand.
Yeah.
So. That was a lot of fun, and we did a lot. Relaunched the magazine, relaunched the website, rebooted social media, did a lot of stuff, introduced some new products. So yeah, we've been having a good time with it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, and how was I know there was the 2 years ago there was the Time Life thing happened. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We're part of Time Inc. now. So new parent company for us. I think that so far has gone pretty well.
Good.
I wasn't there at the time of the acquisition, so it wasn't a personal adjustment for me.
Yeah.
But so far so good. We just moved to our new headquarters.
Where's that?
Down in the financial district.
Okay.
We really shouldn't call them financial district anymore because it's mostly creative companies down there now. It's media and advertising and PR mostly.
Sounds like New York. Yeah. What you certainly someone who gets around quite often. God knows where you're off to after BVI.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you're picking up in terms of trends in terms of travel that destinations like us at this end of the market should keep a very keen eye out for?
I think there are a couple things. I mean, one of the things that we've been really keeping an eye on is this idea of what I call value for time as opposed to value for money. So we've focused for many years on the idea of both destinations and hotels, etc., providing great value for the money. What we increasingly see with our audience is that with the incredible growth in personal wealth that's happened for some individuals, at least in the last decade in particular, that
time is
now the thing. They have no shortage of money. Money is not an issue for them, but time is definitely a scarce resource for them. So they're really looking for experiences that deliver an exceptional return on the time that they're putting in. And that, I think, is a really interesting sort of mindset shift. And in terms of providers in the travel space, we really have to think about how are we developing and delivering those experiences that make people feel like that value exchange is there.
It is interesting you say that, because in tourism here, when we say to government or the public sometimes that time for people is very precious, and spending an inordinate amount of time getting here is a challenge. They look at us and say, you'll think we're a little bit crazy, but it is. You're absolutely right. People with means of that nature, time is very precious for them because it's further if you go in terms of wealth, obviously you can buy more time. Right. So it certainly becomes a challenge. What are there some new innovative things going on in the publishing world that?
Wow. I mean, there are lots of things happening in our space, obviously. Digital continues to be really the area of growth for us. One of the things that I'm spending a lot of my time thinking about is how can we use digital to better serve our audience in new ways. We introduced last year a new product for us called Travel and Leisure Journeys, where we're actually selling travel now, which is something the brand has never done. And you see this more and more. Brands like ours looking to kind of extend the relationship that we have with our audience.
It's
to
a natural thing.
It makes a lot of sense
Yeah,
because
it does,
if you think about it, for years we've spent all of our time and energy inspiring people to take action, but have never actually really helped them take action. So that's so it's obviously a business opportunity for us, but it is also an opportunity for us to, I think, better serve our audience, and that I think is actually one of the big developments that you see in the media space right now. Not just in travel, actually, you see it in the fashion titles and what have you.
Yeah. And as I said, I think it's a natural progression in some ways, actually, because it's, as you said, you spent all this energy and resources telling people where to go and knowing where the best places are, and the only thing left is how do I hand them off to go there, as opposed to sending them to someone else to make those own thing. And as you get, in a mode to where certainly in your case you have shareholders.
Yes.
And they want a return on the money. How do you go that the revenue is always a challenge. So it's certainly encouraging. Where have you been in the Caribbean recently, other than coming here?
Relatively recently, I was in Puerto Rico. I was also in Turks and Caicos not so long ago. Those are the most recent places in the region. Rico were you? Just in San Juan on that particular trip, and sort of in the vicinity. I do a lot of combining a bit of business with a bit of pleasure, which is also, by the way, I mean, you guys must see that as well.
We see that.
Big trend that we continue to follow is further to the idea of time being scarce. People adding leisure onto business, which is
in some cases for bringing spouses and other members of family too. And it's an area too that we are certainly trying to develop, particularly with the financial services.
Exactly right.
People come here for commercial coteries, it's fine. We can get them to stay on for 3 more days.
Exactly.
It's an easy sell and an easy couple of heads in beds that we wouldn't readily pick up. So certainly that's something Puerto Rico is interesting in terms of, I know they're having their challenges economically, and they're not going to go away. And I think Congress seems like they're willing to help them and find a solution, but it's not going to be an easy one. But on the tourism side, they certainly seemingly have attracted some high-end properties. Rich Reserve I haven't been there myself, but I understand it seems to be well recognized and doing well. And Old San Juan is always
fun. And I'll be in the Dominican Republic probably either next month or the following as well. They also have had quite a bit of development
I've seen
going
that,
on.
Particularly I saw that in New Amman is in.
Exactly. So I'm going to go.
That's why I look at that with envy. In some ways, because in 2003 to 2007, we actually did quite an extensive effort, the Premier, to try to find some resorts to come into the BVI. And one of them that we quoted long and hard was Amman. Actually, I remember we went to Hong Kong and then flew to Phuket to meet with the founder, Adrian. And I have to tell you, I spent more than half a day in a pool with Adrian trying to encourage him to come to the BVI. And they looked at it very seriously. Actually, that time it was doing something on Norman Island. But then 2008 happened and the rest is history.
Well, and they've had a lot of change, obviously, in their company.
In terms of sale and resale. But it's interesting to see that they've gone into that eastern part of the Dominican Republic, which is certainly done a lot of things in that space in terms of resource and it's quite dynamic. I hope we can get you tomorrow for a little bit of a day sale.
Absolutely.
I am trying to figure out how I'm going to maneuver it, because I know the Premier has some meetings that he's going to want me to sit in a gym and tours, but I'll figure it out. And on Friday we hope to get you, as I said, over to North Sound. I don't think you've been over there recently.
That'd be great.
It's really a very dynamic era for us in tourism, and over the last probably 5 or 6 years has really grown. It continues to be really a great, in many ways, a great destination within a destination, the North Sound area.
No, I'd love to see that.
Well, good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you for asking me to do this.
I'm glad you can come down.
Happy to be here.
It's always good for you to get out to New York.